Good evening, Impact, Tirupati. Okay, let me get into the topic. Just now I decided that I'm going to speak on a different topic. The volunteer who came to pick me up asked me, what is it you're going to speak on? I said something else. But then when I came here, I arrived here, I don't know, my mind changed. Do you know Barack Obama, in the year 2008, February, the world did not know him. Only a few people in the United States of America who belong to the city of Chicago and the state knew him well. Rest of the world did not know him much. But by November 2008, he went on to become the most powerful human being in this planet Earth. Do you know why? Apart from all the things. Yes, in 2014, in India, we created a history where a tea vendor, as a boy, he was selling tea. He went on to become the Prime Minister of one of the largest democracies in the world. Do you know why? There is a great religion called Zen religion. Zen religion teaches some amazing things. But unfortunately, Zen religion is almost a dead religion now. But there is another religion, Christianity, another great religion. But 2/3 of world population follow Christianity. Do you know why? I'm coming to all that. Do you know a country which is known for the most intelligent people? People who are considered to be the most intelligent race. People who produced some technological marvels to the world. But still got convinced by a rascal, a rogue, an idiot, and for a few years did whatever that man asked them to do. Was the reason behind the World War II. I'm talking about Germany and Adolf Hitler. Why was the most intelligent race in this world following the man whom they knew was a rascal, who was a terrorist of a different form? And 6 million people died. 6 million means 60 lakhs. Either you talk about a peaceful Christianity or the cause for the World War II, or for a first African American in this world who was unknown to the world to become the president of the largest republic in the world. In a country where you need to have a family name to become a prime minister of this nation, there is a man who was selling tea who went on to become the prime minister. All these people had one thing in common. They were all great public speakers. Do you agree with me on that? Jesus Christ was a public speaker. He communicated very precisely and clearly to the 12 apostles, this is the way to live life. And those 12 apostles communicated to the world. And even today, Christianity is in the hands of master communicators. That is the reason why 2/3 of world population have adapted to this religion. Adolf Hitler, a man responsible for the killing of 6 million people, 6 million peaceful people were killed. It was because Adolf Hitler was a great communicator, was a public speaker. Barack Obama, an unknown person, and he took on the very strong family called Clinton's family, and he kept communicating, yes we can, change we can, yes we can, change we can. And suddenly the whole world came to know, and the first African American became a president of the country. A tea vendor who had so many problems but kept communicating, went around. In fact, he also came to Tirupati and kept communicating here also. All great revolutions in this world happened because it was in the hands of great communicators. America is a great country today because America has got great communicators. If India has to be a great country tomorrow, it should have master communicators in people like you. There is no point in saying the future of India is the future of youth. I would like to say that the future of India is the future of youth who can be great communicators, who can be great public speakers. In my own life, when I was traveling, the volunteer asked me, "Sir, how did you become a speaker? How did you become a trainer?" I was not a born speaker. I was an academic failure. If there is one reason why I have achieved all that what Gampaji had just mentioned a few minutes back, it is because the first time I felt I was worthwhile, the first time I felt I could do something great in my life was the first time when I stood in a dais like this and addressed 1800 people. That was the time I told myself, yes, I have arrived. I have arrived. Public speaking can give you that much confidence. There is no force on this world which can give you the confidence which the public speaking can give, because, in fact, I have heard this first from this man, Gampa Nageshwar Rao, only, because he is a psychologist. I am not a psychologist. He had come to CA Institute once, and I was sitting there. I was supposed to be the next speaker, and he was taking the session. And he said, the greatest fear in this world is not the fear of death, but the greatest fear in this world, in fact, I heard that word first time from Gampa only, topophobia, right, Gampa? You mentioned topophobia. Topophobia means fear of stage, fear of facing people, fear of space. Now, if you can overcome the greatest fear in this world, then you become the most confident person in this world. As simple as that. The greatest fear is the fear of facing public. But SreeRam, I don't have natural talent. నాకు natural talent ledu. I'm not great in English. I studied in Telugu medium. I studied in Hindi medium. I have never spoken in public. But on the contrary, I have 5 people in my class, in my MBA, who are all studied in English medium. They have the talent. They speak very well. So do I stand a chance? My dear friends, the first point you need to understand is there are people who are born with natural talent. And there was somebody who could spot that talent. Rahul Dravid, did he have the same kind of natural talent which a Tendulkar had? Can he bat the way in which Tendulkar can bat? He had to practice a lot more harder than Sachin Tendulkar. But does that make Rahul Dravid any ineffective batsman? Tell me, my dear friends. In fact, Rahul Dravid has won more matches for India outside India. In fact, outside India, when India used to win, Rahul used to average more than 90. What am I coming to say? Rahul Dravid did not have the natural talent, but he substituted that natural talent with hard work and practice, and that made him a great batsman. So, the first thing you need to understand is, if you have the natural talent, very good, you are a Tendulkar. But if you don't have the natural talent, no problem, you are what? Rahul Dravid. Even if you have natural talent, if you don't practice, it will be of no use. There was another boy who played along with Tendulkar called Vinod Kambli. He also had natural talent. Now what happened to him? He had natural talent. So he thought, no need to work hard, no need to practice hard. So he was casual. Now what did he become? He became nothing. So if you don't have natural talent, you don't have to worry, my dear friends. I'm going to give you a few tips today. And with those tips, you can easily become a very good public speaker. But the first point is to understand that whether I have the natural talent or I don't have the natural talent, what will separate me is nothing but 3 things. Those 3 things are, you can make a note of it. The first thing is practice. The second thing is practice. The third thing is practice. The soldier who sweats the maximum in the training is the one who bleeds the minimum in the war. I repeat, the soldier who sweats the maximum in the training is the one who bleeds the minimum in the war. That Sainik who sweats the maximum in the training, when he goes to the war, he will bleed the minimum. So what do you need to do? You need to first begin with the practice. Failure will come, 100% failure will come. It took several years for me to become a public speaker that I became. To speak for 2 minutes, I used to practice 500 times. You cannot even believe it. To speak for 2 minutes, I used to stand in front of the mirror and practice for 500 times. It didn't come easily. It didn't come naturally. Public speaking is like any game, my dear friends. If you have to become a great cricketer, you have to practice. If you have to become a great runner, you have to practice. Usain Bolt, the fastest man in this world, practices 8 hours a day. Anytime 8 hours a day. He practices for 8 hours a day, and that is the reason why he is able to run at the fastest speed. Same way, I can tell you from my own experience, I had to practice so hard, 500 times to deliver a 2-minute speech. It was then, but today I no more need to practice. I can decide coming here which topic to speak on, because that also came with the practice, because that's what I've been doing all the while. So the first thing is, the soldier who sweats the maximum in the training is the one who bleeds the minimum in the war. So I must be ready to practice. But sir, Bhayamostadi, I have fear. Understand, mark my words. If I have to kill a lion, I have to face the lion. If I have to kill a lion, I have to face the lion. Na mundu oka simham undi. If I have to kill the lion, I can't show my back to the lion and expect the lion to be killed. Kadaleva. If I have to kill the lion, I have to face the lion. Same way, if I have to kill the fear of facing people, I have to face people. Nothing else. Fear will be there. The only way you can overcome the fear is face the fear. Face the fear. The only way to overcome the fear. What is fear? Fear is false evidence accepted real. You don't know what is going to be the outcome. Andukosam fear ostadi. Now what do we do with the fear? I'll tell you a little later. But please understand, how did you learn cycling? How did you learn cycling? You learn to cycle by cycling. You learn to swim by swimming. You will learn to speak only by speaking. What did you do? But chala kashtamga undi sir. Kashtamga untadi. First time, Chinapudu, you decided to learn cycling. What happened? Your brother put his hand in the back and you kept shaking. He said, hey, erect, erect. Second day, again he put his hand and you were still shaking. Third day, he left his hand and what happened? You fell and blood started coming. And it was painful. Idhar dukta hai. And there was this girl standing there and who laughed at you. And that caused even more pain. Udhar bhai dukta hai. And it was difficult. 10 days later, your mother called you and said, go and buy some BM and come. And yesterday you used to walk, but today you had a cycle, and that used to take 15 minutes. Now in cycle, it hardly took 5 minutes. And when you're coming back, you saw the same girl standing. You left your hand. You whistled past and came, and this was giving a different kind of a kick. True or not, my dear friends? Same is the case with public speaking. Initially you will fail, like that pain here, like that bruise here, but you will have to go through it. But SreeRam, why does the fear come? That which you are not willing to face controls you. That which controls you creates fear in you. That which you are not willing to face controls you. Now what is that you are not willing to face? You are not willing to face situation that I may struggle, I may stop, words may not come, people will laugh at me, what will happen? And that is what is stopping you. That which you are not willing to face controls you. That which controls you creates fear in you. But how do I overcome the fear? Courage. Courage is not absence of fear. It is going ahead in spite of fear. I repeat, courage is not absence of fear. It is going ahead in spite of fear. In fact, in a movie called Basha, Rajinikanth used to beautifully say, in life, little bit of fear should be there. But life itself should not become fear. In Tamil, the dialogue, and then I'll translate in Telugu also. வாழ்க்கையில பயம் கொஞ்சம் இருக்கணும், பட் வாழ்க்கையே பயம் ஆடக்கூடாது. ఓకే, ఇంత మన లైఫ్లో కొద్దిగా భయం ఉండాలా, బట్ మన లైఫే భయం అయ్యకూడదు. అదే, your life itself should not become fear. That little bit of fear will help you, will keep you in control. So number one, you must be willing to face people. Everyone goes through the problem, but you have to come here and face the people. Point number one. Are you ready to face people? Yes or no? Number two, speak louder than you think is right. Because understand, when you're coming to speak, there will be butterflies in your stomach. Untada leva butterflies in stomach. Now understand, I am addressing students here, so I know pretty well you must have all studied physics. In physics there is one law. Energy can neither be created nor be destroyed, but can be transformed from one form to another form. Understand, fear, nervousness is nothing but energy. It is there as butterflies in stomach. That is why if I call you now and say come here and speak, you will have butterflies in stomach. Energy, it is energy. But sound kuda enti, sound is also what? Energy. That is why the nervous energy comes out as what energy? Sound energy. That is why second minute you will be more confident than the first minute. Third minute you will be more confident than the second minute. So as you keep speaking, your fear will go off. Most of the time people come reluctantly to speak, but speaking well, they are reluctant to go back to audience. People come reluctantly to speak, but they are reluctant to go back to the audience because they don't want to stop. So speak louder than you think is right. Point number two. Point number three, speak with clarity. Lot of people, in fact lot of people, I can tell you 8 out of 10 people, and this you will not even find it in any book, because this is my observation. I am writing a book. In fact, I thought I'll publish it in Tirupati. That's what I was telling Gampa, but somehow it got delayed. The title of the book is Beyond Your Comfort Zone. It is all about public speaking. Now this is my observation. My observation is, I'm not going to go behind the science of it, but just giving you the tip. Lot of people have a problem between what they are thinking and what they are speaking. That is why you think ABC, you come and speak XYZ. Now why is it happening? Because we think in our mother tongue, speak in English, and mind works very, very fast. Mind is like a computer. It can process thoughts in milliseconds, microseconds and nanoseconds, but our tongue cannot speak at the same speed at which the mind can think. It is like a computer and a printer. Computer can process data in milliseconds and microseconds, but printer cannot print at the same speed at which the computer can process. So those of you who are engineers and MCAs here, you know that is why you have an interrupt called as an RS interrupt or a JK interrupt. Same way, the interrupt for a public speaker is open your mouth wide enough and talk. When you open your mouth wide enough and talk, you are able to speak at the right speed, and the mind is also able to supply the right words to your tongue. So speak with clarity means speak, open your mouth wide enough and talk. So the first point is be ready to face people. The second one is speak louder than you think is right. Third, speak with clarity. Point number 4 is the most important point, because that's what is going to literally change the destiny of each one of you here in this room. Sir, మీరు అన్ని చెప్తారు సార్, అప్పుడు కూడా భయం వస్తుంది. మేము ఏం చేయాలా? భయం వస్తుంది, ఏం చేయాలా? That feeling of fear is there, and whenever I have to speak in front of a bigger audience, I'm getting more fear. What should I do? Please understand, you can't do anything about the fear. You cannot do anything about the fear. fear will not go off. Then what do I do? Please understand. Understand. There are two navigators in our life. One is called action, another is called feeling. Now, because you are nervous, what happens? You come up nervous, you stand here and you don't know where to see. Today I'm going to speak on an important topic. I want to tell all of you that, what is happening? Your actions are also nervous. You understand action, feeling. What is action and feeling? I feel I'm happy. I'm feeling happy. I smile. Happy is feeling. Smile is action. I feel sad. I cry. Sad is feeling. Crying is action. I feel ecstatic. I dance. Feeling, ecstasy. Action, dance. Same way, when I come up the dais, feeling nervous, so actions will also be nervous. I don't know where to put my hands. I don't know where to see, whom to see, eye contact, all that will come. So what do? My actions are nervous because my feelings are nervous. But this is where the beauty of God's creation is. God's creation is such that we don't know whether action follows feelings or feelings follow action. It is like asking whether chicken came first or egg came first. Nobody has an answer. But what we know is chicken, from chicken comes egg, from egg comes chicken, egg, chicken, egg. This is a cycle which continues. Is it true or not? Same way action and feeling are also cycle. If I change one thing, I can change another. Between the action and the feeling, what is easier to change? Feeling or action? Why? Because what is happening for all of you is, whoever wants to come and speak in public, you are trying to say, my feeling should change, my feeling should change, my feeling should change. You cannot bring about a change in the feeling. Feelings are not in your control. Actions are in your control. Deepika Padukone ikkada undi. Nenu ikkada unnanu. Deepika Padukone chuste oka feeling vastuda? Em feeling? Handshake cheste, touch cheste, puttina purpose over. Nirvana. Okay, that's what the feeling will come. It will come for everybody. But between me and Deepika Padukone, 8 AK-47 wielding policemen are there. What will I do? Will I change my feeling or will I change my action? I will change my action. Unlucky, what to do? Now please understand, I can bring about a change in the action which can bring about a change in the feeling. That's what is possible. So what do? You cannot change your feeling. You can change your action. Even though you are feeling nervous, when you come up the dais, the first thing you do is smile. Why smile? Smile is a great antidote for nervousness. Number 2, fist up. When you're coming up, fist up. Why do I have to fist up? I'll tell you a little later. Because that's the most important thing. This action can bring about a change in the feeling. Now what happens when you come here, in the first minute, you have 1000 units of nervousness, minus 1000. Minus 1000. But you add plus 250 of confident actions. Let actions be confident. I still remember one girl, a chartered accountant student who followed this practice. She said, first day when I came to speak, my hands were shivering, my palms were sweating, my legs were shaking, my tongue was going dry, I couldn't speak. Second day when I came to speak, my palms were still sweating, my hands were shivering, my legs were shaking, my tongue was going dry, but I could speak. Third time I came to speak, again my hands were shivering, my palms were sweating, my legs were shaking, my tongue was going dry, but I could speak. Today, as I stand in front of you, my palms are still sweating, my legs are shaking, my tongue is going dry. I neither care about it nor do you know about it. I neither care about it, do you know about it. Because why? I bring about a change in the action, and which can bring about a change in the feeling. This is what is very clear. So what do? I will not go and change my feeling. I cannot bring about a change in the feeling. I can only bring about a change in the action. And the action which can bring about the change in the feeling is one action called as fisting up. Please understand, when man is extremely confident, what does he do? He fists up. So reverse, when you fist up, automatically you become confident. Act confident. Let your actions be confident. And please understand, every time you are going to go what is beyond your comfort zone. Comfort zone means what? Your brother is in your comfort zone. Your principal is in your comfort zone. But a CEO of a large company is not in a comfort zone. Every time you want to go beyond your comfort zone, you will be nervous. Now actually you should be happy that you're nervous, because beyond your comfort zone lies the abundance of your life. Beyond your comfort zone lies the glory of your life. Beyond your comfort zone lies the future of your life. So as a result of which, comfort zone expansion means, if you have to speak in front of 10 people, no problem. But if you have to speak in front of 2,000 people, problem. But when you solve that problem, you become a bigger person, you become a better person. Correct me if I'm wrong, my dear friends. And life is all about becoming two things. Life is all about becoming bigger. Life is all about becoming better. Bigger and better. And for that, you will have to keep expanding your comfort zone. Every time you go beyond your comfort zone, your confidence is going to go up. But when you want to go beyond your comfort zone, you will be nervous. It is better to feel nervous. In fact, I always tell my people, whenever you are feeling nervous, actually put it on Facebook. I'm very happy because I'm nervous, because I know I'm growing. Because I'm growing. Because how do I know that I'm growing? Yesterday you did the same thing, and today also you do the same thing, and tomorrow also you will do the same thing. You will not be nervous. Go to a railway ticket counter salesman, he will not be nervous. Why? Because what he did yesterday, he will do today. What he did today, he will do tomorrow. So where is question of nervousness? Nothing. He'll be very confident, giving everything. But when you achieve something phenomenal, which means I will have to do something which I have not done yesterday, I'm doing it today, you will be nervous. But in life, if you want to have something which you have never had, you must be willing to do something which you have never done. You continue to do the same thing and expect different result. That is one more meaning of madness. So what do you need to do? You need to speak to a bigger audience. Talk to strangers. Meet strangers. Expand your comfort zone, by means of which you will get confidence, and that will make you a great speaker. So the first point is, be ready to face people. Face people, and that too new people. Number 2, speak louder than you think is right. Number 3, speak with clarity. Open your mouth wide enough. Number 4, act confident. Let your actions be confident, not just your feeling. When your actions are confident, over a period of time, you will start feeling confident. And that will make you a great public speaker. Point number 5. The 5th point is, speak with passion. If there is one thing which can make you a great public speaker, it is being passionate. Passionate means what? Loving. You should love to speak. And please understand, my dear friends, if you think, Ayyo, matladala nenu, ayyo, idu cheyala, whatever you do with punishment, it will be only mediocrity. Whatever you do with passion, you will become a leader. So if you want to become a leader, become passionate. Passion is what? I should love what I'm doing. Please understand, your approach in life is, I'm not even saying that speak with passion. Your life itself should be with passion. Live with passion. Because today what's happening? You come and ask me, how are you? My answer will not be fine. My answer will not be pulling on. My answer will not be upar asman, niche zameen, beech mein zindagi chal rahe hai. Which is what most people will be. You ask me, how are you? My answer would be, top of the world, awesome. And is it because I'm really on top of the world? No. my mind is on top of the world. Do I not have problems in life? I do have problems in life. But my answer to how are you will be awesome. Now why? Because for a man who lives with passion, which means you enjoy what you're doing, life will always be awesome. Life will always be on top of the world. It may not be today, but it'll be tomorrow. Because what is happening today? In our world, we have got a lot of Upma fellows. I call them Upma fellows. Who's an Upma fellow? Get up in the morning, read the newspaper, have breakfast, mechanical life. That's what I'm saying. So public speaking also will be mechanical. Life itself is mechanical for him. Who's an Upma fellow? I'll tell you. Gets up in the morning, reads the newspaper, has breakfast, packs his bag, goes to office phone, free phone, Bagunava, Kaisa hai, Nalarkia, how are you, all those stuff goes on and does some work. By the time it is around 11:30. 11:30 what time? Chai time. So goes out, has chai, talks about who is going along with whom, what is happening in his life, her life, all those CNN, IBN, NDTV, that kind of stuff. Comes back by 12 o'clock, does some work. By the time it is 1:15. 1:15 what time? Time for Madhya Pradesh. I call this Madhya Pradesh, this Uttar Pradesh. Okay, Madhya Pradesh. So, Emundi, Dal Pappu Annam, Perugannam, okay, all that aloo curry, bindi curry, and one banana, 500 ml thumbs up bottle of Majjiga, all those things. 8, now 2 o'clock, feeling what? Not feeling nervous, feeling sleepy. So all that Facebook, Twitter, and all that YouTube, MyTube, all those stuff goes on. By the time it is around 3:45, 3:45 what time? Chai time. And goes out and has chai and tells lot of pending work. Very busy from morning. We know what he has been busy. And goes back to his desk, sends some mail and all those stuff. But around 6 o'clock, he starts looking at the watch from 5:55 onwards. Why 6 o'clock what? You have to go home. Goes home, wife or husband gives him upma, eats that upma, watches ETV, Gemini TV, all that NTV, MTV, OTV, PTV, QTV, the channel, that serial is going on from time immemorial. 20 years back it started. Only thing heroine was like this, ఇప్పుడు ఇంతలాగా ఉంటుంది. వీడు కూడా ఏం చేస్తాడు, 14-inch TV ఇప్పుడు 42-inch TV అయింది. To accommodate that heroine who is becoming fatter and fatter and fatter. Watches all this TV, 9:30, 10 o'clock, full bhojanam, full thali, 10:30, 1 glass milk, 11 o'clock, bedroom lopal potadu. What is your greatest achievement in life? Produced 2, work in progress 1 more. Produced 2 ఏంటినా అర్థం అవట్లేదా? Okay, 2 అయింది, ఇంకా ఒకటి వస్తుంది. Now I call them Upma fellows. Life is mechanical, nothing, no achievement, nothing. For them public speaking is not required. For them I can, confidence and all is not required. Because his life yesterday also was an Upma fellow, today also an Upma fellow, tomorrow also he will be an Upma fellow. And he'll produce, keep producing Upma fellows. I'm not talking about that. I am talking about if you want life full of challenges. If you want life full of challenges, ask yourself this question. I want a bigger audience. I want a bigger stage. Don't ask for a smaller drama. Ask for a bigger drama, bigger tamasha. Have a feel. Come here in the impact. Come to this stage in the evening. Maybe few people around here. Come and stand here and speak. Enjoy yourself. Even if you are going through nervousness, enjoy that nervousness. Bayamoste, enjoy that fear. It will go off. I always tell my dear friends, fear is like a dog. You run away from the dog will keep chasing you eternally. You stand and look at the dog, it will go off. That's what fear. So what if fear comes? Nenu ikkade untanu. Okay, face that. That's it, over. And do it with passion. Do it with enjoyment. Do it with love. I always believe, my dear friends, nothing great has ever been achieved by any individual in this world without passion. Passion is the only thing which keeps the whole world going. All the trainers who are coming and speaking here, all the speakers who are coming and speaking here, are speaking here because they are passionate about your growth. They are passionate about your well-being. They are passionate about your achievement. Tomorrow the greatest achievement we will have is when we come to know from one of you that one of you have become an IAS officer, one of you have become a top CEO of a company, one of you has become a managing director, one of you has started his own business and made it big. And it all happened because some speaker in Impact 2014 Tirupati spoke, and that made a difference. When we come to know that, that will be the golden moment of Gampa's life, that will be the golden moment of SreeRam's life, that will be the golden moment of all the trainers' life, because we are passionate about your growth. So speak with passion, speak with absolute passion, energy, enthusiasm. Today we need role models, my dear friend. We need role models. Do you know a survey which shows, listen to me all carefully. Some of you parents are also here. This is more for parents. Please listen to me. A survey was conducted recently. Children from the age group of 5 to teenagers up to 20 were asked, who is the role model of your life? Who is the personality of your life? Across India. Do you know who the answer was? 98% of them did not say, na tandri na role model, na talli na role model. Cheppaledu. 98% of them said one of these people. Who is the role model? Pavan Kalyan. Wait. Wait. This is important message for each one of you. Mahesh Babu, Shah Rukh Khan, Salman Khan, Sonakshi Sinha, Kamal Hassan, these were the role models. They went a little further. The research went a little further. Nothing wrong in having them as role models. They also found that the Bollywood, Tollywood, Hollywood, Collywood, all this Mollywood, all these heroes were the role models. And do you know what they were asked? Next question. What did they like about those role models? All of them said, we like their energy, enthusiasm, but more importantly they said, we like the way they fight, we like the way they kill, we like the way they dance. Psychologists have clearly interpreted this as what? Children like these stars because of their enthusiasm, energy, passion, but at the same time they also pick up all the negative attributes from the same hero. Shah Rukh Khan doesn't talk, Salman Khan doesn't talk. Fighting lekapothe movie box office hit avadu. Kadaleva. Okay, for Rajinikanth, one heroine is not enough. One side should be Sonakshi Sinha, another side should be, who's the other girl? Anushka Shetty. So what is happening? They also found that it is the same cinema which is implanting violence in the minds of young boys and girls in our country. And the report concluded saying that if only the Tallis and Tandris of our country can become the role model by being energetic and passionate to the young children, our children will not resort to violence, having multiple relationships, having problems, all those things. So the message is clear. If you are not passionate as a parent, your child is going to look up to the Hollywood and Bollywood heroes, and they are not only passionate, but they also spread violence. Correct me if I'm wrong, my dear friends. So the need of the hour is, we need to have passionate people. Let there be passion in this world. Let there be passion in Tirupati. Let each one of us become passionate in our life, not just in speaking, but in every sphere of his life. A child looks into the TV, looks into the cinema, and sees that Mahesh Babu and Pavan Kalyan dancing, and comes home and looks at the father and mother and sees them as an Upma fellow. Whom does he want to replicate? He wants to replicate the hero and the heroine, not the hero and the heroine at home. My dear parents, I see quite a few of you sitting here. My message to you is become a passionate parent. Have that energy. So when your child is asked, who is the personality of your life? Your child should not say Shah Rukh Khan. Your child should not say Chiranjeevi. Your child should say, my mother is my role model. My father is my role model. And that's the day you can look up proudly and say, I'm a great mother. I'm a great father. I'm not only talking about public speaking here. I'm talking about passion. Have passion. Live a life of passion. And in public speaking, enjoy this. I want to quote this, I'm not talking politics here, but I'm talking about a passion. Public speaking can bring about this passion. I was reading this book called 2014 by Rajdeep Sardesai, the editor of, consulting editor of Headlines Today. He says, one of the greatest things which has happened as far as India is concerned is, in the last 10 years, is that the television channels have produced, the news channels have produced some of the passionate speakers. And he says, because of that, watching those people speaking in passion, there are a lot of youngsters who have become passionate speakers today. Are you following my point, my dear friends? So when you become a passionate speaker, you will have a lot of following, and a following which will be a good role model. If you want to be a role model to the world, if you want to be an example to the world, become a passionate speaker. Because my dear friend, each one of us, we can either be an example to the world or we can be a warning to the world. Mahatma Gandhi was an example to the world. Adolf Hitler was a warning to the world. Let us be the right examples. Let us be the right examples. Jesus Christ was an example to the world, and Judas was a warning to the world. Let us be example to the world, and that by being a great public speaker. So become a passionate speaker. Become passionate in life. Can I expect it from you? Yes or no? Why don't you say yes with a passion? Yes or no? That's better. The next point in having great public speaking is maintain a flowing eye contact. Your ability to maintain eye contact will make a lot of difference while speaking in public, as a result of which ensure that you maintain a flowing eye contact with people. Because one of the bad habits which people have you seen people who are speakers who look at the flooring? Friends, today I want to speak a very important thing, and they look at the ceiling, wall. But whom should I look at? I should look at whom? The people. Eye contact. A good book is a book where you feel author is speaking to you personally. A good speaker is a speaker where you get a feeling that the speaker is speaking to you personally, and that comes out of eye contact. Maintain a flowing eye contact. It will come over a period of. How do I maintain that? The easiest way to practice good eye contact is stand in front of the mirror. If you can look into your own eyes, you can look into anybody's eyes. If you have courage to look into your own eyes, you can look at anybody's eyes. So maintain a flowing eye contact. The next point is avoid mannerism. There are two types of mannerism. One mannerism is verbal mannerism. What is verbal mannerism? Verbal mannerism is, friends, I came to Tirupati, okay? In Tirupati, like I went to first Govindaraja temple, okay? From there actually I went to Kalagasti, okay? Fine. Actually from there, I went to Tirumala then. Now what is it? People have started counting how many okays, how many how many actually, basically, fundamentally. Avoid those fillers. Verbal mannerism. People are no more listening to your speech. People have started counting your mannerism, which is your okays and fundamentally and all those stuff. This is one. And number two is non-verbal mannerism. What is non-verbal mannerism? First is hands into the pants. If I put my hands into the pants and speak for the next half an hour, will you like it? Jawab cheppu babu. Boundary. Don't put your hands into the pants. Never put your hands like this. Don't say, friends, It took 3 years for me to do my MBA and it took 2 years for me. No. Body language, leave your hands free and communicate. Don't put your hands like this and talk. Don't have any kind of mannerism. In fact, that's why I always suggest people not to stand in front of the podium. Lot of speakers, what they do is they'll stand in the podium. If I stand in the podium, I can do anything what I want to do below this, because you can't see me. I can put my hands in the pants and keep speaking. So it is not a good practice. Leave your hands free and communicate. Leave your hands free. I told you that by repeatedly changing the action, you can change the feeling. And I also told you, fisting up is a very powerful action. Now that is the reason why we always tell in public speaking, when you are speaking, hold your hands like this and speak. Listen to Barack Obama. Listen to all the great speakers. The great speech of Martin Luther King. I have a dream. Now hands will go like this. Now because why? This is also as good as fisting up. This action will bring about a change in the feeling. So don't keep your hands like this. Don't keep your hands like this. Let your hands go absolutely free. The more expressive you are, the better it is. So, number one, be ready to face people. Number two, speak louder. Number three, speak with clarity. Number four, act confident. Number five, speak with passion. Number six, maintain a flowing eye contact. Number seven, avoid mannerism. Mannerism also includes this. Friends, today I have an important topic. What is this doing? Up and down walking. Stand in a place. Have the composure and confidence. And with practice, it will come. Number eight, add emotions. Don't say, I'm very happy to speak here. Happiness must come out. Anger must come out. Anything, emotions must come out. Effective communication is transfer of words. Empowering communication is transfer of feelings. Barack Obama, if he just kept telling, change we can, change we can. No, he didn't say that. He said with emotions, yes, change we can. Change we can. America is going to change. Now whether it changed or not, people believe that it will change. Because the emotions make them to change. Are you getting the point, my dear friends? Emotions make all the difference. Be the real you. But SreeRam, if tears come, so be it. God has given a tear gland both to a male and a female, which means both of us can get tears. If it means that you have become emotional, it is okay. Be the real you. Have emotions in your communication. If you're happy, let the happiness come out. Let the happiness radiate out of your face. If you're sad, let it come out. Human beings only can emote, my dear friends. And other human being can only understand the emotions. So don't be a mechanical speaker. Be an emotive speaker. And that's what makes all the difference. You know, there are a lot of people who know everything. Knowing, but at the same time, sharing what you know is a different story altogether. The more you add emotions, your sharing will have a human touch. And that's what is critical. So the next point is add emotions. When you add emotions, point number 9, modulate your voice. What is voice modulation? Voice modulation is the crest and the trough. With modulation, communication becomes music. Without modulation, communication is only a noise. But SreeRam, how do I modulate my voice? You can modulate your voice by having adjectives in your speech. Adjectives na enti. Manam entante life lo we don't use many adjectives. Baunda? Baundi. Good, it is good. Now when something is very good, how many of us really say, wow, it's awesome, it's great, superb, Now these are the words. Understand your language, your vocabulary means a lot to your subconscious mind. Jawaharlal Nehru garu just few minutes back had spoken about subconscious mind, where he said 80% of your life is subconscious mind, 20% of your life is conscious mind. I was sitting there and listening to it. And subconscious mind gets affected by the words you use. If you keep on saying great words in your life will slowly move towards greatness. You keep using mediocre words in your life life will move towards mediocrity. So when you modulate your voice, keep communicating with those kind of words. And the last and final, the 10th point is become intense in your communication. Intensity in communication is basically, what is the meaning of intensity in communication? When Zakir Hussain plays tabla, every part of his body plays tabla. When Ravi Shankar plays sitar, every part of his body plays sitar. Same way, when you come to speak here, don't think about anything else initially. Just speak with passion. And the more and more you speak with intensity, the better and better you can become. All I would like to see is to see all of you as great public speakers, because I will end the speech with a real life incident for 1 minute, and that will make impact in terms of why you should become a public speaker. 2002, in a company whose name I don't want to mention, it has presence all over the world, it has presence everywhere in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana also. I have been a trainer in this particular company for more than 12 years. To do a communication presentation skills workshop, I went to Visakhapatnam to do a 2-day course. At the end of the 2-day course, a 52-year-old man came to me and said, "Sir, I wish your course had come 2 years back." I was annoyed. Then he said, "Leda sir, it should have come 2 years back." Now I asked him, why? He said, "I've been working in this company for more than 25 years. I'm working in the quality department of this company. And this company was a local company for a long time. It has been taken over by an American multinational. When they took over all the staff also. So once they took over this company, they brought computers and everything. Because I worked in this company for 25 years, I know everything in and out of the company. So I developed a quality system for this company, and that became one of the best quality systems across Asia." So one day my manager called me and said, "The chief executive means number 1 in the country, is coming to Vizag. So tomorrow prepare a presentation, and he along with the foreigner is coming to listen to your presentation." This 52-year-old man went back to his cabin, and he had never presented in life, and that too to a foreigner. He was very much afraid. So he called his young boy, who is his assistant executive, and told him, "Can you make a presentation on my behalf?" The young boy said, "Sir, meeku cheyakapothe evaru chestanu, nene istanu presentation." Next day, this old man called up the manager and said, "I'm having fever and I will not be able to make it. My assistant will make the presentation." The assistant gave the presentation. The chief executive listened to it, and he was very impressed, because the people who come from top, the bosses, they never have time. They don't have time to ask Ramayana and Mahabharata questions. So they asked this young boy, "Do you know how to implement the system?" The boy said, "Yes, I know, sir." Immediately the boy was appointed as the officer on special duty, transferred to Hyderabad. And this old man said, "Sir, today is my boss. I'm not angry against him. But the point is, if somebody had told me that making presentation is not such a tough thing as what you have done yesterday and today, I would have made that presentation. Maybe I would have got the promotion. But now I'm going to retire as the same senior executive in this company." My dear friends, thousands of people have not progressed in life because they lack this one quality called public speaking. Master the art of public speaking. You would have mastered your life, and your life will be a success, and you will be on top of the world. All the very best. Wishing you a great future. Thank you so much.